I was just on the money buzz. I knew what I was doing and I was rolling. I thought, I can pull this off. Steroids, Valium, Rufinapol, Temgesics, blah, blah, blah. I was bringing in 250,000 pills at a time. But the sentence for that in Spain is 9 years. I was making loads of fucking money, traveling all over the fucking world. The millennium, I thought I'd be on a fucking yacht somewhere, mate.
In Spain, like I've actually had nightmares of being in prison abroad. That is you've lived the nightmare. That's maybe not.
Yeah.
Is it like a nightmare?
Pakistan, they said I'm safe. I had the chief narcotics officer as well bought.
So you must have thought you've had this sewn right.
Yes, Pakistan was me, the king of Karachi. That's why they gave me that name there. The kid will say to his mum, what's that over there? Pointing at me. Oh, it's a packy. And then the whole queue will laugh. So this is how times have changed. But that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, obviously you've just been on national TV on that Banged Up show, which has been phenomenal. I've tuned into every episode. I think it's class.
Slash the pick on you. Okay, you might take it the once, twice, but then catch him. Yeah. And then slash him. So we were still waiting for the fucking bags, and then this war on the corner with the guns. They went right, you, Sandhu, bam.
And today we are joined by Chet Sandhu, the king of Karachi. Mate, I remember trying to get you on this podcast years ago, but I didn't want to do it over Zoom. I wanted to give you the actual time to meet you in person and feel your energy. And I've already felt it, mate, off camera. How are you, mate?
Yes, all good. Thank you for getting back in touch as well. I remember when you first did contact me, you were just starting off, but COVID happened or something, yeah? And nothing really happened after that.
It was one of them. Mate,
a lot of people died after that one, but it's good that you're back, yeah.
So, bro, obviously a lot of people know who you are. I've seen you on all these platforms. You've blown up all over social media. Obviously, you've just been on national TV on that Banged Up show, which has been phenomenal. I've tuned into every episode. I think it's class. But for the people who don't know who you are, and I feel like it is a bit of a boring question, but I need to go in with it to start with. Obviously from the northeast of England, aren't you? Growing up, you getting introduced to crime, for what you ended up getting put away for and all that type of stuff. How did you get introduced to crime? And what was it like growing up? Obviously, being a foreign lad in the north of England isn't easy for a lot of people who've been through that journey. I mean, I've faced racism myself. Yeah. So what was it like for you?
Okay, from the beginning, right, I was born Hitchin, Hertfordshire. There was a fair amount of immigrants there then, because that's where, from Heathrow, Gatwick, they all seem to land. And then from there, disperse outwards. We dispersed up to the northeast. Properties were cheap up here, shops were cheap. My dad was a grafter, my mum was a grafter. We came up here, but it was quite hard work here. It was 1984. We were the first brown faces in the area. And for that, it's like... we didn't really take it on board what we were gonna get here, because we used to live in places where there were a few Asians there, a few blacks there, mainly whites all then, yeah. But that's how it was. But it was all right-ish. But up here was a shock to the system when we moved to the northeast, and it was hard work for a few years. I think, of what is the point? But we were making money. We're making money out of the business. When
you said it was a shock to the system, again, for people who haven't had that shock, what did that feel like? What was that shock to the system?
The shock to the system is okay, I was on the till. I'm on the till. There's a queue of people there waiting in the queue. The schools used to finish at 3:00, and the same as now. People will be in the queue, and the kid will say to his mum, what's that over there? Pointing at me. And then my mum will say, oh, it's a packy. And then the whole queue will laugh. Right. If that happened now, you wouldn't think that would happen now. No. They would look at the person who's called me a packy, and they would think, you don't talk like that, yeah? But back then, that was acceptable, and that was a joke on my part. So this is how times have changed. But that wasn't that long ago. And them same people who used to laugh at me in the queue, I still see them now. Me and my girlfriend, we go out in town and we still stay in the same area. We see these people, but now these people seem to cringe. when they see me, yeah, because they know, oh God, I said all that to him, yeah. Now I'm older.
I bet they don't say it to you now, do they? Do you know what I mean?
say-
What's happening, guys? I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. If you are, please hit that like, hit the subscribe button, and press the notification bell so you don't miss another episode. How did it make you feel? Obviously, you'll have been offended.
Yeah.
Of course, I get that. But because it was more acceptable then, and I know that's shit, but that's how it was then.
Yep.
How did you deal with that? Because it's like, well, I can't it's the norm here. So how did you feel like by standing up for yourself, you would have caused yourself more problems? How did you feel?
Right, how did I feel? I just felt like shit in a way, yeah, because we were the only ones here. No other family or friends here. I had no friends. I just had to work in the shop from 8 o'clock till 7 o'clock every day of the week. And when we went home, I used to have to clean up, do the washing and cook, because my mum wasn't with us at a time. She was still in Huddersfield. My sister was still in college there, so they wanted to see her years out in college, but I didn't get that opportunity. I was took out straight out of school. When I left school, stuck in a shop, and I was told to work. And so this was the ethic that was put into my head, because when I was back in Huddersfield, I was getting involved in stupid little crimes, stealing, thieving, shitty little robberies, or we used to do on bandit arcades back in the day, which was an easy number, which worked like this. Slot machines, there's loads of them. If you go midweek, we never used to went to school. Midweek, we would take off a day. Slot machines in town, there'll be one attendant there. She'll be on her own in her 40s, 50s. She'll be pissed. Hardly anybody there. We would just go crowbar it up, crowbar the things, and steal all the 10 pences. So this is how I started stealing 10 pences, and that was a number back then, because she was pissed, and there was 4 or 5 of us lads, and then we would do, and that's how it started, yeah. But my old man, we got caught once. We got caught. Feds come. I got a lashing and a licking, and he went, "You're no good down here." So he said, "Right, we're gonna turn up in Newcastle, Washington, and that's where we're going to buy a shop. I'm going to stick you on the till, and you're going to work."
Why did you actually turn to stealing and thieving and stuff, though? Because obviously you're clearly from a good background. You've been brought up well. You're a respectful bloke. Why did you turn to stealing that? I know a lot of young kids do mad shit when they're young, but obviously you're from a family that maybe didn't need to steal. What was the reason that you did?
Right, the reason I did. Okay, pocket money then I used to get was 50 pence a week. I was 13 at a time, yeah? Other kids in my class were getting £3 to £4 and all that. I was getting, that's not how it rolls, baby. So all I could buy at the shop was a bottle of fucking pop and a packet of crisps, yeah? So I went, no, I want more than this. So this is how it started. It's just a hunger. And plus I used to thieve at the beginning to eat. To eat, really, because my mum and dad, I'm not going to blame them, yeah, because they worked. They went to work. They used to leave us with childminders when we were young, and they were all illegal. But they worked to make money, and they said to us lot, right, you got to sort of eat for yourselves, really, yeah? Cater for yourselves, yeah? Do it, yeah? I know you're only little kids, but get on with it, yeah? You're not going to get made a packed lunch and nothing like that. Just do it, you know? Just, you know what to do. Yeah. We're doing it, so you do it. But they treat it as if they're back in the Punjab, where my mum, when she was 5 years old, that's when she started work. Bloody and she used to wake up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., yeah, and work 12-hour shifts at the farm when she was 6. No schooling. My mum can't read or write or anything like that, yeah, in Punjabi or English, but her mathematics are excellent, yeah. You can just ask Olivia, my girlfriend. She's on the account. She takes care of all my accounts, but she had no schooling. But she worked from being 6.
That is mental, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. Imagine a 6-year-old now telling him to go work 12 hours in a farm, clean up shit, chicken shit, feed this animal, clean that up, wash this down. So these were the ethics, what's in my mum and dad. And they put these ethics in me, just work, graft. And this is why a lot of Punjabis, Indians, the Muslims, the Asians are brought up. And I think this is why, okay, we do work 14 to 16 hours a day to graft. I know there's other people that know, I just want to work 9 to 5, 5 days a week. I want my holiday. I want this time off. I want this off. I want that off. But we don't have that in our heads.
Yeah.
We're just there for like dollar, because we know we're in a country where it's harder for us lot to survive.
It's instilled in you, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. Yes, yes.
So you've came to Newcastle. Obviously, you've did the little thieving and stuff back there, and they've said, right, get yourself up to Newcastle. So you've came up here. Obviously, you're in the shop at this point. When's your first run-ins with, other than getting called when you're on the tills, when's your first run-ins with the law from everything else as well? Like, obviously, you can feel like you're different. You're one of the own brown faces up here, 80s, 90s, whatever it was. When did you start thinking? Because obviously, again, so you've got the work ethic instilled in you.
Yeah.
You graft when you've came to Newcastle.
Yeah.
You've clearly been a bloke who has always wanted more.
Yeah.
So why are you the defiant one? Do you know what I mean? What made you was it the adversity you faced? Was it the fact that you just wanted more out of life and working in the shop wasn't going to get it?
Okay. What made me give me the drive? My brother was 5 years older. He was intelligent. I wanted to get out of the off-license shop thing, and I wanted my own shop, clothes shop. At 21, I opened that up. A clothes shop because I worked for my dad from school, 12 years old. The first shop, and I've worked every day from coming out of school, from being 12. Now, listen, give me some money. I want to start off my own thing, yeah? A clothes shop I started that off, and then I was still going to work at my mum and dad's shop as well. But when I worked in my shop, that's when I got introduced to drugs. Clothes shop, Newcastle, high fashion, but I was above my time. I was dealing with people that like Vivian Westwood. I was the first person to sell that here.
Wow.
Viv I knew, and other labels I had, new labels, because I was like ahead of Newcastle in a way. What I was ordering was more Manchester, London styles.
Yeah.
Here, they all just wanted to wear black or grey, where I was trying to get different things involved.
Right.
And but it didn't really work out. So I started working with gang families from the West End of Newcastle, well-known people, and how they used to work. They used to have a team of grafters that then used to go snatch handbags, handbag snatching, doing that, bringing their credit cards to me. I'd smash them through. I would give them a quarter of the money, but they would have to take that money in my clothing. Yeah, so there was no cash paid out, so it was a win-win in my situation.
So you're getting what you need, and they're getting the clothing, which you have to sell on.
They're getting clothes. They're all wearing nice jackets, this, that, going out. And it was a bad number, because I did encourage handbags getting snatched.
Yeah.
That is, I would say that's the only worst thing I've done in my life. But apart from that, I moved on to fraud, credit card fraud after that, checkbooks, grafting them. London I was going, because the shop I had, it wasn't really paying for itself.
Yeah,
it was at first a novelty. I was the first one to get mentioned in Vogue.
Bloody hell.
Elle magazine, because the labels I had in my shop, Viv told them,
Yeah.
She said, stick him in your magazine.
Fucking, I bet you thought you were the man at that point, like.
At that point I was 21.
Yeah.
Clubs I was going to, the Hacienda, the Cream, Liverpool, the Ministry, VIP. It was all sort of happening then, Drugs came involved, and when drugs come involved, gangsters roll with the system.
Yeah,
they roll alongside, say, hi, how are you? This is what we do. You're doing this, you're doing that. putting coaches onto raves, doing this. We'll sell the drugs on your coaches.
So when you were doing all this type of stuff, and obviously it's a little bit kind of, again, it's against how you grew up and how your family probably are. How did you feel like that? Did you feel like you knew you were doing something wrong? You know, even with the fraud stuff and that, Chet, were you like, I know what, or were you getting a buzz from doing it? Or were you like, shit, this is going to bring shame to the family here if I get caught doing this?
Right, the fraud, no shame. That was dollar only, yeah? Money, money, money. The rest of it, mixing with all these people, was just, I think, vulnerable, naive, falling for the shit, wanting to be a part of that world sort of thing, because it was new to me. Wanting to be a part of that world. And then that's when I mixed with these people. Then they got me into training. Steroids I started to take. And then the steroid market, that's where I got my head into. And I think there's a market here, a massive one. Because I knew where they were buying their steroids
for selling
from.
Steroids. Yeah.
For selling them, yeah. For selling them, I thought, this is what... So now I know what the fucking is going down. And at the same time, all this was going down, the police were watching my shop because known gangster families were coming in and out of the shop. And so they were watching my shop from across the road.
Did you know that at the time?
Cameras, yes. Yeah. I got told this off insider. One of the G's told me. Right, so that means one of the G's is working with the police.
Yeah.
So he knows, but he's told me as well, yeah, which was good. He did tell me, he went, listen, Chet, you are getting watched here, yeah? Okay, he went, the camera's over there. And he showed me the window.
Fucking hell,
and and I went, all right, fuck's sake.
Get you paranoid.
So paranoid, I had to close the shop down.
Because you knew what you were doing.
I had to close the shop down, yeah. Had to close the fucking shop down. And I had to rip everybody off at a time. Had loads of bills coming in for people from clothing, this and that, but I had to close the shop down on that fast day. I had like pieces in from Vivian, Joe Casely Hayford, proper Moschino. They were like £300 to £400 a piece.
Were you worried about the relationships?
On the final day, I put everything a fiver.
Shut up, man.
I put everything a fiver. No, listen. I put everything a fiver. Right? The shop emptied.
I wonder what Vivian Westwood would have thought of that.
Well, you believe some people got it. Some people got it. Because I just wanted I want anything in. I didn't want all the stock in. I wanted it out.
Was it all legit stuff as well, the stuff you were selling?
Yes. And that's what I did in the end. So you were going to say something?
No, I'm saying, did the... You know, like Vivian, all these brands and stuff when you were in Elle magazine and all this. Were you worried that your relationships with them were going to be fucked?
No, because I paid Vivian,
right.
I paid Duffer, I paid the main heads. London, they're involved with. I knew who they were involved with, but there was a lot of other firms I used to buy off, smaller firms, and I did bump them. I apologise for that one as well. That's another bad one. So that's two bad things I've done there.
How do you, obviously, again, you're known as the King of Karachi, which is all over the internet.
Yeah.
How do you go from find out there's some money in maybe flipping steroids to getting a name like that? And obviously, where did you spend? What prison were you in? Tenerife or something?
Alicante
prison. Obviously, again, notorious jail. You didn't know the language. But we'll talk about that. But how the hell do you get into that position from going from what you're doing, fraud and selling a few steroids and this, that, and the other, to that? Like, was it a greed thing, Chet, or was it a rep thing? Do you know what I mean?
Greed.
Was it greed?
Greed. I didn't give a fuck about a rep really. It was just pure greed. What it was, I was doing the market and I was going to countries like Spain, Turkey, local shit, buying steroids, bringing them back, doubling my money sort of thing. But you're only allowed to bring back £140 worth legally from there. But I want to do this on a bigger scale. And I sourced where the cheapest source was, Pakistan. That's where it gets made. Pakistan country, nobody wants to do work with because they're scared of Al-Qaeda, Taliban. You're going to get kidnapped, ripped off, this, that. Nobody wants to go there. But I thought that's where it's at and that's where I have to fucking go because I wanted to take this on the fucking next level. I thought if I'm going to do this shit, I'm going to do it at a big level.
How'd you have the balls though? Like, did you ever think of prison at this point? Were you like, if I get done here, I could be going away? Or were you like, I'm not getting caught?
Tell you the truth, yeah. Jail didn't really enter my head, yeah. I was just on the money buzz. I knew what I was doing and I was rolling. I thought, I can pull this off. I can thingy this. I can do it from Pakistan because Pakistan, the sentence for England for Class C drugs, which is what I was bringing in, was maximum 2 years.
Bloody hell.
2 years, yeah. But I was bringing in 250,000 pills at a time. But the sentence for that in Spain is 9 years.
Right, I see.
I didn't know this. The difference. Europe, I got confused in. I was bringing them back to England, the loads, bringing them back through mules. And I lost the load here. So diverted the load to Spain, from Spain to England. And that's where I got nicked with Interpol.
Talk to us about obviously the first sort of interaction with when you did the Karachi thing. How have you got the bollocks to do? I know I shouldn't be laughing because it's a serious issue, this, mate. But obviously, when you did you know anyone? Was it I'm just going to take a one-way flight to Pakistan and hope for the best, or because if other people are scared of Taliban, Al Qaeda, all that type of shit, how were you not scared?
Right, I don't know. Yeah, I did tell my mum and dad they're Sikhs. They said you're Sikh. Muslim, they will hate you there. Once they find out you're Sikh, they will kidnap you, probably demand about £500,000 off us lot. And I went, nah, they won't, ma. I don't know what I had in my head, yeah. At the time, it was like, I would just say I went in blind, yeah. It wasn't like I had organised information in my head about any of this. No, I did not. I just went into something like totally blind, thinking if it comes off, it comes off. If it doesn't, I'm going to lose my money. I didn't think anything else was going to happen to me. I just thought I'm going to lose my money because they're going to take all my cash off me. That'll be the worst that'll happen, and then that'll be a lesson learned. But I went there saying, okay, and I had to pretend that like I was Muslim as well at first.
What the hell,
because you can't even buy alcohol there. And when you go buy alcohol, you have to go to a separate little cave thing with bars, a passport you have to show to make sure you're British or whatever, and then they serve you alcohol. But then the taxi driver, I told him I was a Muzzy. I told him my name was Jet Khan. He bought it for a while.
He bought it
for a while. But then I started to pay them off. And then they were, well, okay, he pays. He might be a Sikh boy, but he pays his way and he's all good to us. Everything's going good. And how I got in touch with the guys who sold the drugs in the first place is quite hard as well. Because we went to pills I was after. Steroids, Valium, Rufinapol, Temgesics, blah, blah, blah. That was a spectrum of drugs I was moving. And but to buy that quantity, nobody had it, yeah. We went loads of places. I even went to the manufacturer, tried to bribe him. He didn't want nothing to do with it. So we went to smaller people, and then they said, listen, if you want this type of drug, yeah, and them some amounts, you got to go to these people. And they gave us an address, and we went to them. They were just like in a market stall. And but when you went there, outside, there was two guys with guns. But this is a chemist. And there was two of them outside with guns. I went, okay. And so we walked in, and then he was there. And he went, right, okay. He said, yes, I've been told that you're coming. Have a seat. And then I had to talk with him first for about an hour. He got me tea and all that, spoke to me and said, right, this is how we work. But he didn't mention Taliban, Al Qaeda. It was the others that said that to me. Yeah, because he won't say that.
Are you nervous at this point, having tea and
yes,
knowing
no,
what you're
my
about to do?
two cousins were.
Right, okay.
Because they put their money in as well.
Right, okay.
10 grand a piece, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah.
30G. And But I was the only one sat with them. They didn't sit. They stood outside the shop. They went, I'm not going to go in there. They've all got fucking guns. I went, listen to me. Well, fucking I'll go and talk to them. And so I talked to them and I explained. And he knew I was a Sikh then. He knew then because I thought, I ain't going to lie to these boys, yeah? Because they find out I'm a liar, they're going to fuck me over anyway. So I told them the fucking truth. And I said, listen, this is the situation. This is what I'm doing. And they went, okay, I can get you the pills. I went, right, okay, when? He went, tomorrow. I went, right. He went, but we want the money now. I went, now? I went, can't I pay you when we pick the pills up? He went, no. And then I told my cousins, yeah, they were outside. I went, listen, they want the money now. They were going, no. And then they were all having a look, yeah. All these lads with guns are going, I went, listen, yeah. I said, we've come this far, yeah. I went, don't fuck the job up now for me. Don't fuck it up, yeah. So I said to him, yes, I'll pay you. And I went, right, okay. Hand them the fucking cash. Pound notes it was, yeah? Because that's how they like it. They don't want it in their currency. So pound notes I gave him. He tapped on the fucking roof, the ceiling, this board come there. There was a kid there, handed him the money. He got the money and he fucking scampered off through the ceiling. He fucked off. And that was that. And my cousin was just looking at me going, Chet, I hope you've done the right thing. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And then we said goodbye. He said, your stock will be here at this time. He said, bring 2 taxis with you because that's the amount of stock that you have. I went, right, okay. And so then we went. My cousins, they weren't happy. They were going, you better. I went, listen, I said, I'll fucking pay you back myself, yeah, if it fucks up. Okay, don't worry about it. Now let's just get pissed. And so then we just got fucking pissed and wrecked. Yeah, just to get over what we have just done, right? Just to get it out of our heads a little bit, yeah? So we just got pissed and woke up next day, hangovers. I went, right, we've got to fucking go and get it. And then that was hard, yeah, thinking what they're going to do now. But well, listen, they already have our money. We're not going to get hurt here, okay? Yeah. Then we turned up and it was there, boxed up, put it in the taxis, shook my hand. He went, right, I'll see you next time, gave me his card. Anytime you phone me, he went, call me first, blah, blah, blah. Excellent. And but through this, the police got wind of it as well.
As this was going on?
As it was going on, because we were taking boxes up to the hotel.
Right.
With all the stock. So they were going, why are they taking all this fucking stock upstairs? So the police came.
What did it look like? Was it just in normal boxes? Like, was it like shoe? Was it?
The volume, it came like this, yeah? The volume's in 10 strips, yeah? Pop-out strips. We had 250,000 tablets, I had. To pop them out, yeah? And to a single ampule of steroids in a box. We had to get everyone out, put 6 in a box. So this was hard work. So they packaged all that as well for free. For free. But the first time round, I gave it to a guy because I didn't have a clue, yeah? I don't know if you want to hear that story. I've already told the story, yeah? But they packaged it all, popped every pill. They packaged it in a vitamin B12 tub.
Right, I see.
So it doesn't look like Valium. Packaged it in them, and that's how I got it through.
So the police got wind of it as this was all going on?
The police got wind of it, and they came and checked the hotel. They checked what I had. They said for Pakistan, it's okay, that, because you can buy that over the counter there.
Yeah.
Even though the amount I had was like stupid.
So were you still confident, really?
Confident, really, yeah. And then my taxi driver was there with me, and he said to me, Chet, pay him off. Ask him. And I went, okay, boys, you've come this way. Can I buy you a drink or this and that? And they went, yeah, all right. And so I don't know how much I gave them. Probably about 40 to 50 quid.
Was this the police?
Yes. And then they took the bribe and then they walked away.
If you don't know by now, I run a business called The Content PT. I create content for influencers, PTs, online coaches and fitness brands all around the world. So if you are someone who's in need for sexy content for your social media, or you really want to maintain a competitive edge in your industry, drop me a DM on Instagram. How did you end up getting caught then?
Caught? Pakistan, they said I'm safe. I had the chief narcotics officer as well bought. at the airport. It was only
Bloody hell.
£100 a suitcase.
So you must have thought you've had this sewn right
He got,
up.
yes, Pakistan was me, the king of Karachi. That's why they gave me that name there. It was a taxi driver who named me that.
Right.
Yes, because every time I landed at the airport, the taxi drivers used to fight over me. Because when they went with me, you're getting like a good ride. I'll take care of you. I'll take you all over. You get paid well. And then when I used to land, the taxi drivers all used to fight. And then one taxi driver, he said to me, do you know what you are? You're the king of Karachi. When this doesn't happen with anybody else when they come here. But anyway, the chief narcotics officer paid off as well. I used to bypass all x-rays.
Right.
Just walk straight through.
And just fly it home.
And my mules, yeah. Walk straight through. But he says, once you leave our land, he went, that's up to you. So what happens on the other side, that's your risk. And so
Were you shitting yourself come back to the UK with it?
Shitting, yes, most of the time. In case we lost a load. My cousins were, and the mules were, but I wasn't as such.
But not scared. You were shitting in case. It's funny you say that.
I was just shitting in case I lost my money.
That's what I mean, but you
Not for
weren't
the
shitting
jail.
it for going to prison.
No.
See, for me, that's the money. You can make money all the time.
Yeah.
It's the doing the time that you can't get back. That's what I think would get me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Did you know people inside at the time and stuff, just in case? Or were you just not?
In time where? England or Spain?
In England.
England, I did a few, but not that many. Not then, yes, because that was 1998, 1999. That was when I was still young. I was still just doing my own thing. It was only after that sentence in Spain that my name got sort of known.
So obviously, I want to focus a little bit on obviously getting caught. What was that? What was the feeling like when you got caught? When you knew that's it? I'm gonna be going away
In
now.
Spain.
Yeah.
In Spain, it was fucking horrible. It was horrible because we've been fucking having a drink on the way as well. Because I always used to have a fucking drink, just to send me to sleep on the plane. Because the flights from Pakistan, we used to go Pakistan to Amsterdam. I think this flight was from Pakistan straight to Barcelona. No, was it? No, Amsterdam to Spain or Barcelona. I don't know, because I used to change my flights all the time.
On purpose, just to keep mixing it up.
Yeah, I used to go all over the fucking world. Just to get to one place. Yeah, just so nobody knows. Right, he's going there. I used to go there. Separate flights. Pay for them cash as well. So this is what I used to do, but they still got wind of my fucking shit. And Alicante, we walked in, I knew it, the two mules I had with me. And the bags, everybody else's bags had come, right? I was not. And I thought, okay, not good. And I was handcuffed for a while, and then security landed, more security. But then they were waiting for the Guardia Civil to land, and they're the ones with the guns, yeah? So we were still waiting for the fucking bags, and then this war on the corner with the guns. They went, right, you, Sandhu, bam. Hands in the fucking get on the floor. As if I've got a gun on me. I've just come to a fucking airport, man. Yeah? We ain't got nothing on me. I ain't got nothing on me. You can just say, fucking cuffs me, yeah? But anyway, they like all that bullshit, don't they? And then they opened up the bags in front of us so we could see it. And then they seen all the pills and they went, wow. Then they're all taking selfies with it.
Shut up, man.
The police were, going, ha, check this out. And but they were terrible, and they took everything off me, my rings, my jewellery, my watch, my money. The police are fucking in Spain are terrible. Shit.
And that was it?
They're not like England. You don't get a receipt for your goods or nothing like that. No cameras in the thingies neither.
Did they give you a good hiding or out? Did they try and hit you?
No.
None of that?
No, not there, I didn't. They just treated me bad. They just put me in a container outside for 2 days with no water or food, which I think is worse than hiding.
And how did you realise what you were getting? How long? Because I know obviously you didn't. They said it was 9 years in Spain, 2 years in Pakistan. When did you realise you were Did you get 9 years?
No, because I had to buy off the judge.
Right.
Yes, because the amount I had, Class A, because in Spain they only have Class A and Class B. Class C doesn't stand there.
Right.
This is why here, them pills
right.
in England are Class C. Pharmaceutical drugs. how they worked it in Spain is like this. They went, each pill of Valium contains 10 milligram of diazepam. 10 milligram. I went, right. They went, if you add up all the 10 milligrams in 250,000 pills, they worked it out. They went, you have 2.5 kilo of a class A drug or something, yeah? Yeah, so that's how they worked it out. And I went, right. And they went, that's fucking 9 years. But it's only when I learnt Spanish and got taught to the top heads there.
In prison?
Yes, in prison, who were in from Venezuela, Peru, Brazil, Spain, Argentina. They knew all the bent lawyers for me to get, and they went, you need to speak to these people, and they can half your sentence. Just give them a bribe. They all take bribes.
So is that what you did?
And that's what I did. It cost me 11 grand to get me 4.5 years.
Best 11.5 grand you ever spent in your life.
Yes, I know. I thought it'd be a lot more.
Yeah,
he says it's a fact that they take bribes daily.
That's mad.
Daily, yeah. But it's just how they work there, because they're barristers. Judges aren't on the same money as what our country is.
How do you go about bribing a judge though? Like if it was me personally, and someone said, "Oh, ads, if you bribe the judge, I'd give him 5 grand, he might talk."
Right.
I think I wouldn't have the balls to ask. Like, how do you have the conversation?
Right. The conversation was this. First, I had a lawyer there. I landed there. He came to me. He says, "I'm gonna get you bail. I'll get you out. Blah blah blah." 2 grand. Took off me. This went on for about 6, 7, 8, 9 months. About a year.
Yeah.
Nothing fucking happening. And then I learned how to speak Spanish. And so I said, listen, what the fuck's happening here with this guy? He went, no, you got the wrong one. You need this abogado, lawyer in Spanish. He went, he knows all the top links. He went, speak to him, yeah? You only need to speak to him one time. He's not like your lawyer that comes every fucking week and speaks to every fucking idiot here because he takes money off fucking all of them, yeah? He went, this guy, you will speak to him one time and he will just go, right, I know what to do, and he fucking has your date. When you're going to court, he's paid me this much, and he'll say to the judge, and they're half the money, job done. So they're all mates, they all piss in the same pot.
Yeah, of course.
So they all take money. Spain is corrupt to fuck anyway, because I've never known anywhere where I've landed in a police station with rings and watches, with money, personal possessions I had, and they took everything off me. And then I said to them, do I get a receipt for that? And they just laughed at me. They went, are you kidding me? And then one of them, he put his hand in his gun. He went, do you want a problem? He went, cameras here, none. We can make anything up that we want here. So I went, fucking take it, then. Take it.
Fucking savage that, like,
yeah.
Absolutely savage. How when you were in prison, were you not absolutely shitting yourself? Obviously, mate, again, people who've never met you before, you're a big bloke, quite intimidating to look at. Obviously, you can handle yourself, so I imagine you wouldn't have any qualms in prison. But were you not a little bit like, fuck, people didn't speak English? Like,
yes.
You know what I mean? You must, a part of you must have been like, I'm a scared bloke here. Like, be honest, were you?
Right. Okay. Firstly, yeah. Firstly, yeah, because I spoke to this fucking stupid lawyer on the first day. He said, I'll get you out of here in a few days. So then my mind was like a little bit of rest, yeah? Because he put that in my little head to thinking I'm going to be out of here. So in my head, I was thinking, right, a few days, I'll handle this. Let's fucking go. So that's how I was thinking. Yet I wasn't scared. They put me there. Drama I had, fights, this, that in the first day or two. I couldn't speak the language. But I thought, I don't give a fuck. I'm only here for a day or two anyway. But that didn't happen. And it has like time, I would say, when it kicked into about 2nd or 3rd week, that's when I started to get scared. That's when I started, right, I'm here for the long haul now. I know what's going down. I ain't getting out of here.
And what do you do in your mind to make that shift? Like, how do you go, right, I'm probably going to be here for a while now. I need to...
Yeah.
What do you... Is anything different? Do you think I'm going to have to be I'm going to have to start fighting here. I'm going to have to really make a mark. I'm the kid who doesn't speak any language.
Right,
I'm going to have to just... You know what I mean? Make an impression. Or was it...
Right, what I did was this, yeah. When I first went in, yeah, I hooked up with a guy called Carlo. He was in for murder. He was the only one there who could speak a little bit of English. His murder was like a bit of a mistake. He hit somebody over with a bottle, which was a crime of passion, and he told me about it. He was cool with me, but he was on heroin, smoking smack, and I will admit, yeah, when I went in, I hooked up with him. I didn't train, I didn't eat because I thought I was getting out, and I thought I'd just get high for a little bit. Okay, just get over this fucking period by being high. And so I started on a smack. Starting on a smack, I was on it for about 3 months when I knew I wasn't getting out, and then it was in the 1999, the millennium, December the 31st. And I'd lost about 4 stone in weight. I was a smackhead. I wasn't eating. I was looking at 9 year. And I was like, I'm fucked. Now I'm fucked. I need to fucking sort my life out here. So that's when I stopped it all. That's when I stopped the smack. And that's when I started to train, started to eat, started to learn Spanish. That's when I pulled myself around. It was that day that brought it a light to me. Because I thought I'd never in the world, because I was flying high. I was making loads of fucking money, traveling all over the fucking world. The millennium, I thought I'd be on a fucking yacht somewhere, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know? No, I wasn't.
Then New Year's Eve, you're stuck in there by yourself.
I'm stuck in there, smackhead, yeah.
How do you... Because at that point, mate, a lot of people would have crumbled then, like 100%. Yeah. What did you... How were you thinking to think, I'm gonna do this?
Yes, because I had to do it, yeah, because a third of them had AIDS as well.
Right.
A third of the people in jail in Spain have AIDS on my wing through sharing needles, fucking each other. They all get stupid sentences in there. And I thought, I don't want to be like these people because they're all going to die here. Because how it all works with them, they like get a jail sentence, and when they come in jail, they do something else wrong, and they get another 2 or 3 years. Another 2 or 3 years. Stabbings, yeah. I stabbed somebody as well in that time as well through this fucking high period. And I thought, I'm just going to be like these lot here if I don't fucking sort my life out. So I had to sort my life out, and I had to pull it around.
Were you scared that you were going to get AIDS or get, you know what I mean? Like
I thought I had AIDS, yeah.
You thought you had AIDS?
Yeah. I had fights with them. I've got scars on my knuckles. They had AIDS, but they just want to knife you. But I wasn't really into knifing people then, yeah, because I wasn't really into their culture. I would rather just go, okay, let's just have a fucking go in it. And but they don't want to have a go. They just want to stick you. So there was a few times when I did hit them. They were cut. I was cut. Blood had mixed. And I was convinced I had AIDS.
Fucking hell, mate.
Until I left there. I got checked once, all clear. And I went, nah. That can't be right. So I went again to a different clinic, and they said, "No, you're all clear."
You've just said there. You've when you were in prison, you stabbed someone yourself. Obviously, that's the depths that you go to in your mind to do something like that. Obviously, you're not the type of person who's grew up stabbing people. I'm assuming.
No.
Obviously, so you're doing something that kind of shows what prison can do to someone.
Yes.
Even when you've went in big bloke, you've lost 4 stone, you're a smackhead, you're stabbing people. Like, what kind of shit like that can that do to your brain? When you're in there, Chet, obviously you're stabbing people. What type of shit are you witnessing that you didn't think you'd see? Because you hear, in British prisons, you hear about the fights, the this, that, and the other. But it never seems that bad. Yeah, you get the hot oil on the face, you get the odd... But it's... In Spain, like, I've actually had nightmares of being in prison abroad. That is... You've lived the nightmare. That's maybe not...
Yeah.
Is it like a nightmare?
Yes, it is, yeah. Some people are really fucking bad. It depends how they want to do you. There's one story about Carlo. His story was this, yeah. In Spain, it works like this. If you get like here, if you do burglaries, yeah? If you do 4 or 5 burglaries, you will get, 1 year for one, 18 months for one, 1 year for one, 2 year for one. But they will run concurrent. So we only do the maximum one, which will be 2 years.
Yeah.
Because all the rest run alongside. In Spain, that don't stand. Every crime you do, they add it up.
Fucking hell.
Like Carlo, that guy who helped me out,
Yeah.
he killed somebody. He got 24 years for the murder.
Yeah.
But then he burnt the body afterwards to get rid of the evidence. Then he got another 10 years on top of that
Bloody hell, man.
for burning the body. So burglaries, Carlo had done about 6, 7 burglaries, 2 years on each. 14 years he got, which is far too long to give a burglar, yeah? And that's what he got when he was inside. His head was up his ass. He shared needles. He got AIDS. Started to sell heroin to support himself. He killed a guy. He killed another guy.
In prison?
Yes. And then he was on the Cat A wing with us lot. And we were all there together. And what happened on our wing, yeah, if you like do something wrong on a different wing, you get sent to our wing as a punishment for 30 days. Like, you have to mix with that lot because we're
the worst of the worst.
Condemned, yeah. And so this guy come over. But how it also works is if you grass somebody up, you can get a vis-a-vis, which is like a congenial visit with your wife.
All right.
Extra one. You get one a month anyway. But if you grass somebody, you can get an extra one. So you can get to see your wife twice. Right. So that's the incentive to grass people up. And so this guy, he came on our wing. Carlo was selling all the heroin, yeah? But everybody knew him. He was cool. He was 7 stone, skinny, eyes dead, had AIDS. And he was doing, what was he doing? 86 years or something. And never getting out. He'll be dead in about 4 or 5 years. Now he's probably dead. Anyway, he grassed him up for selling the heroin. Grassed him up. They took him away. Carlo down the fucking hole. He was down the hole for, I think, 30 days. But the other guy was still in the fucking block, still on ours. And then Carlo, he come back up. And then a few days went by. He never made a move on him. Didn't do nothing, didn't hurt him, do nothing. And then Saturdays, you get like a window visit where you go, the family comes on the other side, they pick up the phone, blah, blah, blah. For the grass, his mother, his sister, and his niece turned up. For Carlo, his brother, he used to come every week to see him. But anyway, Carlo, on this time, he put a shank up his ass. We all used to get down with the metal detector, but metal detectors don't pass past your skin.
Right.
They only go above your skin level. Anything over that, they don't work. It's the same as the airport.
Just to check if they've got anything on you.
It's the same as the airport. You know where you put your hands up,
yeah.
It only goes skin deep, and shank up his ass. They went there. The visitors piled into their little cubicles. The prisoners on this side, they went in. Carlo went into his. Brother there, he pulls out a shank out of his ass, and then he just walks round to where the grass was. His mother, sister, and niece was there. And he just stabbed him 11 times from behind the neck and body. Bam, bam,
Killed
bam.
him there.
Killed him there and then.
In front of him,
yeah. And then he went down the hole again. And then he come back out 60 days later. But then after that, he got transferred. But he was there for a day or so to get his stuff. And I said, Carlo, why didn't you do him earlier? He went, I wanted to kill him in front of his mother. To teach other people a lesson. So these are the people that you're
mixing with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a long way from Newcastle, mate, isn't it?
There's no maniacs like that. But these people, if you've got AIDS and doing 100 years, what do you expect of them? What do you expect?
How do you sleep though in that type of place? Like, you know what I mean? Do you fear your own life when you're in an environment like that? Well, Carlo could have stuck it on you, couldn't he?
Well, we were all in our separate cells in a night. We used to have like bars first, a gate, and then another door. Carlo could have stuck it on me, but what it is with these people, Carlo, he used to give me hash because I used to be the money lender on the wing. So when people used to want to lend money, like say they wanted 1,000 pesetas, I would want 1,500 back on the Monday. And so when people used to go to Carlo for drugs, he used to say, and then he said, well, I'll pay you on the Monday. Carlo used to go, no, because he knows he'll stick them, if they don't pay. So he used to say, go and see Chet for the money.
Right.
Chet will lend you the money. And then, but then I will lend, but I will want some at like a Walkman, a ring, your trainers. I will want some off you, to make sure that you pay that money back. So I used to lend people that were on drugs money so they could buy drugs off Carlo. So it was a circle we had working. So me and Carlo were mates. I know who to make mates with. No, you have to, because someone like that, you can't fight them, you know.
Did you do time in British prison or not?
Yes.
What was the difference?
The difference is totally
is it
fucking immense, Is
it easy?
Health, safety, you get took care of. There's not that much happens here, really, unless you're Cat A, Cat B.
That's when it's dangerous.
Yes, but when I got my jail in England, I wanted to like get on.
Yeah,
really,
you were done with
work
that life.
through the system. I just had enough of that other fucking shit in Spain because I stayed in the same cell there for 3.5 years.
Fucking hell, mate.
You know, I didn't even move cells.
Chet, when you had that type of lifestyle and lived like that, what were people like in Newcastle with you? Did you realise who your friends were? Was anyone acting different when you come out? Were they scared of you? How was that? Like, obviously, if I imagine if I went to prison for 5 years in Spain and did what you've done and shared, time with people who've killed people in front of their family and stuff, you come. I'm assuming I'd be feared in some way. Did that happen with you or not?
Yes, they fear and they feel shit as well. Because when I went to Spain, everybody went. They all left me. Interpol were on my case. I don't blame them really because every phone call, every letter I was getting, they thought I had money. They want to know who's going to call me. Who am I thinking with here? So I can't really blame any of them for like saying, boom, I had to just fucking call it a day, otherwise I'm going to get investigated. I went, well, fair enough on that one. But there was a lot of straight people there as well, and they didn't even call me. Where they could have, it was only my mum.
I was going to ask, what were your family like? How was your mum and dad and all that?
It was all hard work for them because I was stressing out a fuck in Spain, trying to get me out of here, getting me an English lawyer. I had a lawyer, but they're saying, well, there's nothing that we can do. You need a Spanish lawyer. Then when the English lawyer can't do nothing for you there. The British consulate, he didn't want to know because he knew I was the main head in this. I knew what I was doing. The mules he helped out because the mules are the what is it? The victim? Well, not victims. Not innocents neither.
It's a weird area.
They know what they're doing and they're getting paid for the job. But they knew, they're the ones that we have to look after, not him. So it was one of them.
Did the mules all serve time and all?
Yes.
Did you all get done
and
together?
And I paid for their lawyers as well, and they got out at the same time as I did.
Right.
So I paid for everything. So it wasn't a case of I left them there.
When you came back, did you come when you got out of prison? Did you come back to the northeast?
Yes.
And were your family in that, or because you're a bit of a black sheep of your family, clearly, aren't you? I'm assuming you're the only one who's did the down that path.
Yes.
Obviously, I know you're not like that now, but is your relationships fine with everyone in the family and that, or has people turned against you in case they think you're a bit dodgy? Or?
Yes, they have, but they don't seem to say a lot about it. But you can tell by the attitudes when they don't call you no more and they don't do this, they don't do that. But which is fine, because Sikhs are very sort of strict people. Crime is not our thing. They believe in what they believe in, which is all good. But I just did what I did. I don't know. I just did what I did. I just felt it right at the time, and I wanted to do it. I didn't want to like stand in a shop like all the fucking rest of them all do.
Yeah.
I'd just go to cash and carry, have a couple of holidays here and there, get fucking married, have a couple of fucking kids, fucking have a fucking stupid dog. No.
Yes.
No.
Have you not got kids yourself? Have you got kids?
Yeah.
Have you got kids?
Yes, I have.
Have you? How many you got?
I got 4.
Have you actually?
Yes, I have. But I don't see them, yeah? I see... This is a long story. I don't really want to talk about children,
Yeah, it's absolutely fine, mate. I didn't know you had kids, though. That's mad. No, congrats on having kids, though, because I didn't know. I'm a dad myself, so I thought that's the question, mate.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Banged Up, sorry, is on TV. I've actually watched, I think there's been 3 episodes that I've seen. I think there's 4 altogether.
Yeah, there's 4.
So I've seen 3, all class. What did you get out of that experience? How did you find that experience? And how? Because I've seen a lot of people online who think it's real. I know that a lot of these guys, well, these are all actors in a way, but you're not real actors either.
Yes.
So you either do a good fucking job at acting, or it's real. So explain that situation.
I'll tell you how this worked, yeah? We were all told to put our heads back in jail. All 26 of us. And we had to go through a process. Psychiatrists, fucking thingy checks if you've got anything for domestics, blah, blah, blah. You can't go on the show. There was a lot of auditions. There was a lot of checks I went through. It was a fucking proper headache. And then when we were on there, they said, put your heads back in. We want you to intimidate the celebs that are going to come in. But don't go too far with the intimidations neither. I went, well, how far can we go? They were going, a shoulder badge is okay, maybe a little push, but nothing more than that. And we were going, right, okay, right, this is quite hard to work with, yeah? But that's saying this to some people who have just been outside for 3 to 4 months as well, younger lads. And out of 26, there was only 19 left at the end.
Right,
They got thrown off.
Right.
They don't tell you that on Channel 4.
Yeah. Is that because they kind of fell back into the normal...
They fell back and they went overboard.
Yeah.
They were overboard. Because one of the celebs, Marcus, the black guy, is a boxer. He thought he'll go in there with like an aggressive attitude, which is not the way you walk into jail on your first day. If you walk in thinking you're the top man, you're going to get taken out on the first day as well. You know, you can't walk in that environment.
Yeah.
It's what I was saying. When you
was that the tall guy?
The black guy. Marcus, he's on Gobble Box.
Oh, yes, that's the one.
Yeah, so he did that. And so, right, and them lads, Yusuf, Ophel, Aki and them, they were told, given a task of give him a hard time. Because he fancies himself as a boxer, you know, he's like, thinks he's tough. And they did give him a hard time. And Marcus shit his pants. Because this isn't the street here, yeah? He thinks he can have a fisticuff. No, they took him straight to the ground. They took him straight to the ground and 2 of them got thrown off for that, yeah.
What was your role in it?
My role was with Neil to teach him how to make the shanks.
Yes, that's right.
To jail things.
How did you find that? Because when Neil came in, I thought, Chet's not gonna like this geezer here. I just thought you would have clashed straight away. But you seemed that you got on with him a bit, didn't you?
Yes, I know. I did give him a hard time for half an hour, but then I seen that he was scared. Yeah, genuinely scared because we were locked up and that door was gonna unlock and all the rest were gonna pile in. And I seen how it was with me. And I thought, right, listen, this is what's going to happen here. So I stayed by his side to make sure none of the other lads went over the top with him either. And when they were doing, I was going, right, is that enough? But they never stuck on there, yeah? When I was telling them that.
I think with that, like, it's one of them where, because I'd love to experience that, because I know that deep down, now really can happen, kind of like, you can get roughed up and that, but you cannot really you're not going to get shanked on telly, are you? No. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, to a degree, it would be nice to experience it from that kind of, what was it like with Sid? Did he experience it all right?
Sid Owen, right, him, he just, do you know what it is with him, yeah? He was a bit nondescript on the wing. He just did his own thing. He was padded up with Liam, and Liam's a nice boy. Nothing really heavy happened with him because he didn't put himself, like, if they told me to give him a hard time, I would have. Because we were there to put on a show, to put on a job. But I know a lot of us got really carried away with it a little bit as well. And we took it for real. And there's some instances in there what are real. Some, we were acting a little bit, but a lot of them are like real emotions because we were locked up for 9 days.
Did it bring back any?
Yes.
I was going to say, did it bring back memories for you?
All of it. I kept myself how I did in jail. Just train, keep my cell really clean, keep myself clean, don't mix with others, just mix with a few people. It just went straight back into there to look after somebody vulnerable, which was Neil, and I took him under my wing. In Spain, I looked after a lot of people in Spain.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Picked on there, getting accused of rape accusations and this and that. People wanted to kill him, the Germans, the Russians, the Gypsies. They all wanted to do him. But I just have an instinct to like, okay, I'll stick up for you because I can.
Yeah, that's what Neil actually said, wasn't it? He said that you felt like Chet was very protective, and that's the way you are. Clearly, as a character in real life, you must feel that way. Once you trust someone, you feel like you've got a duty to look out for them. And I think that's a good trait, mate, which you can't teach. You've either got it or you haven't. And I understand that you've obviously did a lot of shit in your life and all the rest of it, but I think deep down, I mean, I can tell just sitting in the room that you're a nice bloke. Yeah. And you can tell that, mate. You can. I knew that to start with as soon as I met you at the front door.
Okay, nice.
With obviously everything you've got going on, you've got the Alpha CBD, you've got your book, your website. I want you to talk about that as well, kind of, because for me, the past that you've had isn't what I think should define the way where you're going forward. So all of that type of stuff. What is like where are you going?
Okay, where am I going with this? Yeah, Alpha CBD I have. That's going good. I want to push that, because I think I'm doing a lot of help with this as well. Where am I also going? My book, my website I have. And as for the show, anywhere where this will take me to. I'm working with Neil as well.
Yeah.
Parish, the MP. Me and him are good friends now. And we want to get our heads together. He phoned me yesterday. He phones me every day, actually. And because he likes the show and he loves the fact that I stuck up for him in there.
Yeah.
He loves the fact that, like, I made that experience bearable. Because Peter Hitchin and a few of the others hated it, you know?
Of course.
That Marcus hated it, that Harvey hated it. They were getting bullied sort of thing. But even when they were being nice to them, they didn't really feel comfortable with that company, because you could tell by them, they were like going, okay, even though that they're being all right, they're going, but these aren't my normal people. But Neil, being an MP, he was cool with all his murderers and all that.
No, that's what I mean. That's what was mad about it.
He was mad about,
yeah.
With Kevin Lane, with Terry, the bank robbers, with Dwayne, gang member. He loved the stories. Gary, firearms, he's there for life with me. He got on with us more than with the petty criminals.
Yeah,
so I don't know what that says about Tory MPs.
Came on and gone into that.
They only involve themselves with the top heads,
I'm not going to mention any of that, but I know we mentioned off camera, and I want to talk about, I've just remembered there actually, was obviously you lived in Cyprus for a bit as well. You moved over there. What was that all about, and what happened when you were in Cyprus?
Right, the Cyprus thing. I bought these apartments there, which was like a off-plan build. When Cyprus I came out of jail, 2007. My cousins were investing, Dubai, other places, Brazil. They were making money, just like sticking some money into a place, waiting about 6 months to a year, rolling it over. And they said, Cyprus is booming. I'm all right, go on then. I stuck some money into there. I bought 2 apartments there. But what happened to Cyprus, it took a crash next year. In 2009, 2010, took a massive crash. Everything fucked up. So everything fucked up. The apartments, the value went down. So what I decided was here. I was done with life here. A divorce I got. I just got rid of the businesses I had and this. I was sick of England, sick of the police, sick of everything. So I thought I'll just go there and chill out in the sun. But it didn't work out like that. Didn't work out like that, yeah. It was a holiday every day. And people were coming over, or Chet, you in Cyprus, were coming over for a week. And they expect you to entertain them for a full week.
Yeah, because it's their holiday, isn't it?
Yes, their holiday, but not my holiday. And they've got to understand that I live there and I can't do that holiday mode every fucking week. But this is what was happening. And even when they weren't there, I was just in that mode and it was just going on like that. And it was just on the fucking drink. Just on the drink. And I wasn't like working there. And the police were noticing me, thinking he drives an R8, he doesn't work. In Cyprus, we haven't got a lot of money here. Everyone's took a crash, but he seems to be fucking rolling it in with his R8. And so the Interpol did an investigation and they raided me. First, he used to stop me at the airport, search me, saying I've got drugs inside my body, take me to the hospital, x-ray me. That happened a few times. So every flight I was having was like 9 hours afterwards, because that's what they would hold me for. And then Interpol gave me a raid. They said it's the same people that raided Osama bin Laden. They had all the cameras with them, the clipboards. It was a team of about 16 of them for a 2-bedroom apartment. Which
Bit
you don't need
excessive,
that
like, isn't it?
Yes, I know. And all they found was like a grinder for cannabis, what somebody had left over a party, yeah? And so they took me to court for a grinder and charged me €1,000. But no cannabis in it.
Do you know what it is, mate? Like,
Yeah.
what do you think it's your past that makes it's almost hard for you to progress, because you feel like at every turn that there's the law waiting to try and look at you, investigate you, whatever it is.
Yes, they are.
So for anyone listening or watching this, because there's going to be, I guarantee now, there's young lads who are out there ready to make a bad move, do a madness, do something. What kind of advice can you give them? Because I want to try and show that you've lived the life. You've literally lived people's fucking nightmares.
Yeah.
What if people? How should people be thinking when they're about to do something like that?
Right. The first thing is, if you get involved in crime now, you're noted and you are known. It stops you from a lot of things now, doesn't it? Criminal like me, I can't enter America, Canada, China, Australia, New Zealand. Where else?
Just throw a fucking dart at a map, mate, and you're not gone.
Yeah, I'm banned from these countries.
Yeah.
And because I've done international drugs, airlines have banned me as well. 3 airlines I'm banned off.
You even said bank accounts, didn't you, as well? Like
yes, bank accounts. They closed my bank accounts down because they don't want to work with me, even though everything is straight and going down straight. They just don't want a presence like that doing work with them, because they seem to think it gives them a bad name.
Surely that's discrimination, though. Like,
yes.
You've done the time for the shit that you've done, and you've had your hands up to it. So why do you think that there's still? Because when I look at it from the outside looking in, it's almost like they want you to just, the only option for you to make money is to commit crime. That's what it looks like to me. Because if anything you do straight, they're on your back.
Yeah,
it's going to make it tiresome. You're not going to even want to go down that path. So how do you keep your mind right? How do you get on the straight and narrow? Do you stay in the gym? What do you actually do to stay positive?
To stay positive, just don't let them beat me at what they're trying to do. Whatever I'm going to do, okay, it's legal, and I will do it legally. Try and stop it, okay, and then I'll just find another avenue, another way around it, because I'm just doing what everybody else is doing, really. Everybody else is allowed to do what I am doing, but they're making it so much harder for me to do it.
Yeah.
I went and did a talk with these guys, jail, and they're finding it all the same thing. A lot of these lads have been in jail, done the jail, and they want to leave, and they want to work.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't have that head in crime. Some do, yeah. Some do again. But these ones, no. And they've been calling me, messaging me, saying, okay, this is what I want to work with. A CBD, candles even.
Yeah.
One guy, came up with an idea. CBD infused. Can you do? And I went, yes. This is what we need to do, Have more people in the same mind mode as like me. to help these guys, because once they leave jail, what normally happens, the mates land up with a bag, bottle of JD, and then back on the road again, aren't they?
And
You
then
know,
that's
this
it.
is what happens. Yeah, no. So we need to stop that and put them in like a sort of job where they can go forward from leaving jail.
Do you think you can see yourself doing more of that then?
Yes,
Sort of speaking
yes,
of these
yes,
type
yes,
of
yes.
lads as well.
I'm working with Dwayne Jack and Neil Parish, the MP, banged up. We want to make, we want to change it. Because the whole purpose of the banged up thing was to bring awareness to normal people. This is what it's like. You've seen what it's like for Neil and Peter Hitchin when they walk in there. They're fucking horrified by it, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
But for us lot, for you and me, it'd be, okay, it's one of them. Let's just do it, yeah? Keep a head down, and then you get on with it. But for them, terrifying. And that all has to change, doesn't it? Because once you get the jail sentence, you get that jail sentence. The punishment is a punishment there, what they're giving you, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 years. That means you can't see your family, you can't see your wife, you can't work, you can't do nothing, you can't go to the boozer, you can't go to a restaurant, you can't do this. It doesn't mean you need abuse off the fucking screws and then more shit off the inmates as well. So this is what brings people down. This is what needs to be changed in jail. Like when I went in jail in 2003, it was 65,000 there. Now there's 88,000. So it's all going the wrong way, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, like, isn't it?
Prevention is the thing, I think, yeah? If this is what I'll be working on now with Neil, but I know Neil probably won't get a good reception in schools and that, yeah? But me, Dwayne, and the rest of the boys, if we talk to them, like,
because you're
stop
relatable,
them
haven't
from
you?
going to jail, stop them
Yeah.
from even going there. We can put things in place for them. A recruitment company even.
Yeah.
That's what I've been thinking now. Just to try and get lads in jail, get them into a job as soon as they leave jail.
Because a lot of the lads who want to commit crime, like, their mind is very similar to that of an entrepreneur as well.
Yes.
Because a lot of people who go down that route, there's a good chance that they can run a business when they're doing the things on the streets or whatever that they're trying to do.
Yes.
They've got, like, you look at a drug dealer, he's got staff. He's got people working for him. He's got people slinging this, that, and the other. It's very similar as getting staff for a company or anything like that. So you can do that. Imagine what you could do if you do something straight. And I think that's the thing as well, isn't it? A lot of people look for the shortcuts, but it's not necessarily that. Because if you do get 5 year or 10 year over some drug bullshit, there's a good chance you'd make more money straight anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you hear them, don't you, where you say, like, the amount of time that you spent in prison, if you actually put that into a job working in McDonald's, you'd actually make more money in McDonald's. But they just don't want, it's not sexy doing that, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. What you're saying there is bang on, yeah? This is what I've been told. Yeah, they said, okay, now I'm making money straight and it's all good. Now it's like, okay, it's not as much as what it was back then, but I was told back then, what I did at that age, at 24, to source the cheapest place to buy drugs, go source it, talk to them people, talk to the chief of police, the chief narcotics officer in Pakistan to organize that, to get it brought back, to get that stock moved, sold, delivered, cashed in. They went, if you did that in a normal business, to work with all these international people, instead of putting my head to crime, which is what I did, I should have put it in crime. I should have put it elsewhere. But the avenues back then, I didn't go to college or anything like that, you know. They were very, in the 80s, 90s, what was out there?
For a
Top
guy...
of the pops.
for obviously a guy like you, Chet, you've been through the system, you've totally reformed yourself, you're a different guy now, straight and narrow. Do you, and this is my curiosity, because again, for the people who've been in the prison system and all that type of stuff, do you ever feel the urge to go back down that road?
Back down the road, no chance.
No.
No chance.
It's never even a temptation. Like, I would make it quick.
Nightmare and a half, yeah. And now I avoid all possible channels what would send me down that road.
Yeah.
I will avoid it like the fucking plague. Because it's a waste of life. Waste of money. And not only is it a waste of your life, everybody else around you. It affects all them. Your parents, your kids, your mates. They all feel it. because you're a loss. You're just like taken out. There you are with all the people. There you are. And you put over there on your own. And it's horrible. Why would I want any of that? And why does anybody want to go through that? There's so many options out there. I say offshore working is fucking ideal. I talk to my mates, they make £300-400 a day, and you can start off basic.
Yeah.
A painter offshore, but you still get paid £300-400 a day.
Yeah.
The course to do that, I think it's
£1,000 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about £1,000.
Yeah.
Fireman, be a fireman. I know a fireman, David Irwin, he's on £42 an hour. He says for 3 days we're on shift. Sometimes we never get a call out.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is, guys?
Yeah,
You don't have to go and work in a shop. You don't have to go labour on the road, yeah? There's a lot of angles there for you, you know? If you put your head to it. If you're well-fit, capable men, get on with a job. Don't put it in crime. Crime is shite in the day now because it's full of people who will blow you up anyway to the police. And if that don't happen, they're all too handy now with the knives and all that. Nobody wants to have a fight no more. They just want to take
It's
you
like
out
the new
equation.
trend, isn't it?
Yes.
Just stabbing people and
Yes.
The final question I want to ask you, Chet, is about racism in the UK. Do you think it's better now than what it was?
Yes, it is a lot better. People are understanding now. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's improved. People ethics have improved because the generation from back then, the 60s, 70s, a lot of them people have died now.
Yeah.
Right, so their ethics of like what they thought, they're gone, but there's still some of them hanging around now.
Do you experience it still?
Yeah. But it's like not in your face as much, yeah. But you experience it. But how they do it now, racism is like they feel it. They all feel it. But now it's different. Now they think the Muslims are going to take over the world. This is a new thing. What's like coming to people's heads. Back in the 80s, this was a thought what never would have occurred into anyone's head in England that all these Asians who are going to buy shops are going to take over the fucking world. Yes, they are. All sports events are being held there. Newcastle United, Man City, all the money getting pumped into England. England's in debt. We haven't got any money. We need this Saudi money in here to keep this country afloat. Tell you the truth. So all you people that are going on about it, shut the fuck up because they're pumping money in this country. Nobody fucking else is. That's the way I see it. But they're racist over that even. Because the Prime Minister is Indian. A lot of my mates say to me, listen to me, yeah, in India, would you ever have a white guy running India? I went, I don't think it would happen. He would get shot. They went, see? He went, but listen, at least this guy is doing a better job than the white guys previous. At least he's stopping all the people coming in. Because it takes a brown to stop a brown. He's stopping all the boats. Rwanda, and now I think he's in a new rule saying Rwanda is cool for him. Rishi just wants to do the job. We all want him, really, yeah? I think he's what this England needs. He is what he is. He parties on. He's a multi-millionaire. He's had a bit of sniff. He parties on. But I think what he's doing, I think he's okay. Racism, how it has changed, is this level. Back in the day when I first got married, for me, a Sikh guy, to date a white girl was like a serious no-no. Unheard of. Nobody would do it. It was bang out of order. What year was this? We're talking early 1990s. It was unheard of. Even for like a white girl to take a black guy home or an Asian boy home, the parents would be like, fucking hell, have all the white men fucking gone? Where have all the white men gone? That's a reaction I used to get. But now Now it's all cool. It's acceptable, yeah?
Yeah, cool.
On a lot of parts, I would say on 70% of the parts, you can bring a brown and a black lad home and it's all cool. As long as a brown and black lad's a good boy at the end of the day.
That's the main thing,
That's all what fucking matters, yeah? Not like when you see the colour, you go, oi, what the fuck? No, see what the guy does for a living, see his job, see what he's doing, see where he's going forward. And that's how you conduct it. So that's where I think now is more in place. Because that's where us boys, we were the brown and the blacks back in the day. Okay, we were all doing good, just trying to fucking make business, trying to make money, go uni, try to do what we're doing. But we were still looked at back then as like bad. But now it's like, now, yeah, it's okay. But Muslims frowned upon, obviously. Why? Obvious fucking reasons, really. Don't want to go on about it, but I know how they are. And if you, for any girl that's not in their culture, and if he's a strict Muslim, you gotta expect it of what's to come. If he's like neutral Muslim, fair enough. If he's cool and easy with it, which there's a few of them, yeah. There's a lot of them that are cool, not strict, that don't do this. But the other ones, they get pressure to turn your wife into she's not allowed to wear this, she's not allowed to go here, she's not allowed to do that, her hair's a bit long in it, or this and that. You get all that because that I hear. So racism, I think, has took a bit of a switch, right? I think the browns are more racist towards the white people now. The whites are like saying, okay, we're okay with all you lot now, sort of. But it's us lot, but not me personally, but Asians going, but we're not happy with you lot. So I think it's took a turn. With the blacks not, but with the Asians and Muslims, now I see my lot, the Sikhs, Olivia knows it as well, and the Muslims are getting stricter and stricter.
Yeah, so it's almost going
We're
the
like
other way.
more enforcing our laws now onto this country, which is wrong, really. This is England. So I don't really get it. It's like a bit of a turnaround. It's a bit of a turnaround.
Yeah, it is. It
isn't.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
It is. Now white people are scared to say what they say in case a brown is offended. Back in the day, they don't give a fuck. Love Thy Neighbour, you know all these programs.
Yeah.
You know what? But then it was good fun as well. But now it's not funny no more, is it?
Yeah, that's it. Like,
it should be funny. It should be funny.
It's funny to hear you have that take on it, with you being obviously from a Sikh background,
right?
To say that it's flipped that way now.
No, it has.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and would you say?
Right, I would go as far as to say this. Even me and Olivia here, yeah. My lot aren't really happy, yeah. But I don't know what they expect. I've been married to an Indian girl as well, and she just took money off me. So because she was from India, that was like sort of half arranged marriage.
I think deep down, mate, especially in Britain, obviously you go to certain Muslim countries and that, and they're going to want things a certain way and all that, which is understandable. But each to their own. If you're happy, you like someone, crack on. That's my take on it. Regardless of the creed, colour, race, I don't give a shit. Like,
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if they're a nice person, you're happy with them. Sound.
The thing is this, yeah? You don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. The other partner don't give a shit. His missus don't give a shit. But his family will.
Yeah, I know.
The family will. No. The people involved don't give a shit because they love each other.
Yeah.
Brown, black,
but it's
white,
everyone round that,
yellow,
isn't it?
any colour you want, yeah? But so ones around you think,
yeah.
Why you with that? Why what? They've all got something to say. What's the problem with people? Why you got something to say for?
Fucking hell.
I know, but it's still there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Fact. We see it daily.
Yeah. I've witnessed it all, so I know. But Chet, I want to keep that for another podcast, mate, because we could talk about fucking all that.
Sure.
But thank you so much for your time, mate. Thanks for coming on. Obviously, everyone who wants to find your book, your website, I'll leave all the links in the description so you can get on the website. Show them your book, mate, and the camera.
Paperback, hardback.
Self-made, Jews paid. Class
Personally
title.
paid, yeah.
Class, mate. Cheers for your time, mate.
Okay.
Legend.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, mate.